Well, that's a fun way to start my 4 o'clock. Hey, Ed Blitch. Thank you for that kind donation. Talk about kindred spirits. Getting a little super chat before the stream. That's always exciting, especially after the challenging last 30 minutes I've had. I'm sure you guys don't tune in to see me whine. I'll just say hello to everyone. There's so many of you here, and I'm so happy to see guys chit-chatting before the stream, having a little powwow, waiting for me to push the on button. Look, I'm going to whine just a little bit. Let me show you the cameras we're not looking at. They're over here. My new multi-$1,000 setup. I can't get it to connect to the computer, of course, because Murphy's Law is my law. So today we're reverting to old faithful, the Instacam 360. We got all the cameras we need. Maybe not in the same kind of style, but we'll get through this together. That's what we do, right? We have challenges, we overcome them. This is life. This is magic. And that's what we're doing today. Maybe we get started with some magic. I got a piece here that I know a lot of people are interested in. This camera is probably good for that. This is the hot new trick on the market, one that I'm excited about. And you know me, I'm usually not the most excitable about all the new fangled gadgets, but boy, they got it right with this one. This is the Demi Deck, Angelo Carbone. And this is a solution to something magicians have been trying to solve for quite a while. Not how to just properly cut a deck, but even how to like cut a lady in half. So new trick for me. I'm going to do my goodest for you here on the internet. I got this in a couple days ago, and I've had a good time just watching myself do this in the mirror. But here's the way this thing works. It cuts a lady in half. You take any deck of cards, put it inside this deck holder, and this could be just a deck holder, right? You could just carry this thing around and keep your deck in there. This is the blade. Use the dramatic emphasis. And if you were here, I'd have you, give the tippy tap on the blade so you could tell that it's not going down into the deck. Not until I want it to, and that's right about now. And with that, this Demi Deck, Demi being French for half, this Demi Deck has been indeed divided into 2 portions. And that's what that looks like. Oh, I forgot the lady. I forgot we cut the lady in half. Forgot all about that. Yeah, let's see if we can put this thing back together. Something like this. That was not quite right, but it was pretty close. And inside the Demi Deck box, we'll find the restore. Oh, I forgot to restore the queen. Hold on. Let's put the queen back. We forgot step 3. Let me just. Okay, now we're doing this completely wrong. We forgot the deception of the. I think we're still getting through this. We'll just put the queen back in there and put everything back together that's the way it should have looked. Oh man, I think I did that wrong too. Actually, I think I put the queen. I did. I put her backwards. All right. Well, we'll just stop there. We'll consider that a trick, and that will be your Demi Deck demonstration. Holy mackerel. Truth be told, I could have used an extra hour or 2 to rehearse that thing instead of dealing with multi-camera tech issues over there in the Wild West. But that's what it looks like, after spending a couple days with this thing. It's not rocket science. Angelo Carbone built a piece of magic that'll put it to work in your hands. A little angly, but if you watch the tutorial on the video, I think you'll find that it has a lot more possibilities than some might perceive. This thing is the multiple handlings that Angelo provides, and I don't need to ramble about this. This trick sells itself. I'm not even trying to sell it today. I've got one left in my shop, and I'm sure someone will buy it. I'm just playing around with cool toys that I'm happy to have in my universe. Yeah. This too, brand new. Speaking of brand new things, here, let's just continue with we'll continue with the cards. I'll do a trick that I have been practicing here. This is something that's right up my alley. I did a short with this trick the other day. Here it is live for you on the interwebs. We're just moving on from the Demi Deck. Yeah, this is, that's the plot, right? You make it about a little something. Thanks, Tim. Thank you, Tim. I look, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing. If I just do it for me, I'm happy. I've watched this thing in the mirror 100 times, and I just do it for myself and smile. I just laugh and laugh in the mirror. So these are something I've talked about. This is these are marked cards. So there's a lot of brands that I carry at theconjure.com. I have the GT Speed Readers, we have Cohorts, and the just added the Penguin marked cards, which I think are some of the best in the business, and they're certainly reasonably priced. This marking system works by squinting your eyes. This is the new marking system developed over at Alakazam Magic by Chris James. Let me show you. If I bring it right here at the camera, you might be able to see one. Oh, there we go. You could probably tell by the mark. That's the Ace of Diamonds. See if you can just get this. Just if y'all squint, just give a little squint. You should be able to see the Ace of Hearts. This symbolizing the likes everyone will give this viewing experience. Here's the third one coming up for your entertainment pleasure. That's the Ace of Clubs, and I don't know if you can see the marks on the back. Like here, you could tell this one is the Ace of Spades. Can you see it on the? Let me show you all the marks here. I'll give you a quick review of all the markings on the back. This one is the Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds there. It's marked on the back. This one is the Ace of Hearts, also marked. You have the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Diamonds. And that is Squint. What a great trick. Here we are working a lovely packet trick from a standard deck of cards. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to talk to you about how I did that, how you can do that, and also how you can apply the Derek Dingle no-lap switch. That's what we're going to teach, the Derek Dingle no-lap switch. How you can apply this concept to your own packet tricks and even standard deck effects. We'll show you how to produce four of a kind and stuff like this. Let's talk about this trick for just a minute. Mr. Chris James took, let's call this, is it a modern classic? It was when I was growing up. I used to go to Magic conventions and see John Cornelius demo his latest wares. One of them was Marked for Life. Marked for Life is a trick I've talked about on this platform. I've also talked about Backflip, which is the Sam Schwartz twisting routine. This was published in Carl Fulves' Epilogue. And it was this routine from Sam Schwartz that kind of revolutionized twisting for a bit. Derek Dingle had a routine that inspired Cornelius, I believe, and it was all of that inspired Chris James to take a little extra technology and make this this version of Marked for Life or Backflip. It's easy to do. It uses an Elmsley count. I like to think of this as like some NFW technology added to the classic trick. And the good news is here today, someone is going to win one of those. I'm going to give away one of those squints, or more specifically, Chris James is going to give away one of those squints. He was kind enough to say, hey, Doug, I got an extra one of these. One of your viewers would like to win one. So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to turn on the StreamYard giveaway tool, and we will get one of those into the hands of a United States viewer. Sorry, international visitors. It's just not reasonable to spend $30 to send $20 trick around the globe. So this contest will be for United States viewers only. Let's talk a little bit about the switch that enabled me to get into this packet trick. And let me explain kind of what I did here. I had these cards, the Packeteers, secretly on the bottom of the deck. And then my goal is, and I had an extra card on top. I'm not going to expose Chris's routine, but I'm going to tell you how I get into it. So briefly, here's what happened. As I outjogged some cards, indifferent cards that just don't matter, the action of removing these cards from the deck, I'm going to sneak in the cards that I need to do the packet trick in question. And it might be a little easier to understand if we got four of a kind out of the deck. And I'm going to teach this as though you are going to produce, say, the four ladies. And what it will look like to your audience is this. It'll look like they touch any four cards. You remove them from the pack, and the cards that they touched are the four ladies. Y'all bear with me. So this is the Derek Dingle no lap switch. The Derek Dingle no lap switch. It is a version of a Dai Vernon procedure. I think he called this the secret edition. Let's teach the Dai Vernon handling first. I'm going to start with the four queens face up at the bottom of a face up deck. So this is a face up handling. And this is also quite efficient in producing four of a kind, but it's as a change as opposed to, say, a force and a switch. So I've got the four queens on the bottom. I've got a little finger break above them, and I'm going to remove four cards after out jogging them. So I'm going to out jog four cards for about half their length. Here's a good way to do this. Maybe we could say, I'm going to take the twos out. So I don't know if you're playing poker, but deuces are wild. Have you ever heard that? Deuces wild. So here I am out jogging the four deuces. Now here's our secret action. After I get the four deuces out jogged and I have my little finger break here, this hand, the right hand, is going to go into that break area and pick up everything above the four queens. Now, of course, it'll be done from here, so it just looks like I'm taking the deck. And then the right hand begins to move downward. And what you're going to do is move the out jog twos above the ladies. So it's this action here. The thumb clamps down on the twos, and then you strip everything out below the twos, right? Or in between the twos, but maintain that little finger break between the twos and the queens. Okay? But actually, for the Vernon move, you don't. You just strip, you don't maintain the break. You just strip it out, and then you do this. You place it to the rear of the pack, turn the pack over, deal the top four cards to the table. The audience will assume those to be the four twos, but those are indeed the four ladies. This is the Vernon Secret Edition, and this is a good way to take four of a kind from a face-up deck, and I'll just repeat the action here. Four of a kind, I've got my break, I down jog, I clamp, I remove, I put these to the back, and then deal the top four to the table. And that's the Vernon Secret Edition switch. So now let's talk about how to do this from a face down deck and switch in apparently four freely selected cards for the cards you want to use, be it a packet trick or another four of a kind. Same starting position, four of a kind on the bottom of the pack with the little finger break held above them. And you might have your spectators choose the card. You might have them tap any four they want, and as they do so, you out jog them. A note that this switch might be easier to execute if the cards are in the lower half of the deck, so maybe spread a few at the top to begin with and then start out jogging cards. It'll just make the mechanics a little bit easier. So there I am with the break over the queens, and as I explained in the Vernon switch, when we do the strip out, we will maintain the break. So let me just tell you what happens, and I'll walk through it in detail. We pull it out, just like the Vernon switch, clamp and strip and maintain that little finger separation. Here's why. We're going to place the deck atop this and then pick up everything above the break, leaving just the four queens that were in our hands below the break. I can only imagine how good this instructional would look with our fancy behind the over the shoulder camera I've installed that's not working, but we'll get through this today. Let me explain it one more time. I'll quit whining. So there's the break over the four queens. Out jog, out jog, out jog, out jog. Grab everything above the break. Move inward. Thumb clamps here. Maintain the separation with the little finger. This is the audience view. And then kind of a squaring action, lift everything above the break. And in the case of squint, this is how I secretly switched in the packet I needed. I would encourage anyone who does packet tricks to consider introducing their packet tricks from a regular deck. It just looks so much more natural. But maybe you just want to produce 4 of a kind. You know, hey, touch one, touch one, touch one. You could have touched any 4 cards, and you touched the 4 ladies. And that, whoosh, is the Derek Dingle no-lap switch. Use it in good health. And if you happen to have a library or access to one, what you're looking for is the complete works of Derek Dingle. That's where you'll find the write-up for that switch. Hey, look who's in the stream. Chris James is here. If I didn't mention it before, I did put Chris's Instagram in the description of this video. Y'all do Chris a solid. Go drop him a follow. Chris is a strong magician, a very passionate creator, and you'll see a lot of magic if you follow Chris James on Instagram. He's got a great point of view. And yeah, Chris James, we like his jam. I got to find the StreamYard giveaway tool so we can give away a squint to someone in CONUS. I do have a word on giveaways while I'm hunting this down. We're going to continue building the TCC giveaway, which I'm lining up for Halloween. I'm going to put another something in that bag of tricks in just a minute. And then is it next week? How many more weeks to Halloween? 2? 2 weeks. We'll give away this big bag of tricks. All right. It seems to me the word needs to be squint. So let's share a little. Present. Share screen. Giveaway tool. And yeah, let's do this. Start collecting comments. Squint is the word you want to type into the chat. Alex already knows what up. He's following Chris. Alex finds the good magic. And yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Seth, I could take a few minutes to say hi to everyone. Ed's ahead of the curve already. Ed already bought one. It's a sexy trick, and if you do an Elmsley count, you'll be real happy to have this trick in your life. Here, while we're collecting some comments, I'll just do this. You know, over the weekend, I was at the New Orleans Playing Card Company. You know, we got one of the best stores in the universe here in New Orleans. I was visiting Stephen at his wonderful emporium there in the French Quarters. And when you come to the French Quarter, go buy stuff from him. Wonderful small business. And yeah, we support him. I bought something. I bought did I get another picture in here? Yeah. Cards, and more cards. That's what's happened in the Stephen store. I bought the uncut sheet of the Day of the Dolls Cherry Sailor Edition. That's Stephen's jam, the New Orleans Playing Card Company. Look what's behind me on the wall. We have some glare, but oh, that's the wrong cam. That's the not working cam. That's our new background. I don't see this changing anytime in the next 24 millenniums. So y'all get used to staring at that poster. I like it. And maybe we'll get a better look at these things next week when my high def cameras are working. Boy, these do. I opened these on stream before, so these are just sexy cards. You know. Stephen's about to release his French Quarter deck. So he's developed 2 decks. I think that if they're not in Kickstarter now, they're going to Kickstarter. 28 custom court cards, unique faces and backs. I'm super excited to see the launch of this pack, and y'all know where I'm going to be spending my free time in the French Quarter. So while I was there buying things, Stephen was nice enough to give me a couple decks. He gave me one. Maybe I'll open the marquees. It was funny. Jimmy and I were talking about these marquee cards. He's like, Doug, have you seen the marquees? And I said, no, I haven't seen. You know, Jimmy talks a lot. He's in town. He might come see us in a minute. And wouldn't you know it, Stephen handed me this deck of cards. He's like, thanks for the purchase, Doug. Here, take a couple of decks with you. And he gave me the deck that Jimmy had just happened to mention. I already have the Grateful Dead deck, the Theory 11 Grateful Dead pack. So I'm going to drop this into the box of magic that we're building. Last week, we put a whole dang street show in here with a thumb tip, rope magic, and invisible deck. There's TCC coin purses. There's a TCC magic wand in here, sponge balls. I'm going to jack it up next week with some really nice props from the the TCC folks, we're waiting on a package from them that should be here in the next couple days, and we'll put some goodies from that in there, and we'll give away this monster box of magic, including the carrying case. You're going to get the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see what that's worth in a couple weeks, and that's what's happening next week. Yeah, I like it. The bag is imperfect, right? The dividers have a little wiggle room. Like if this bag could be done with dividers that lock solid, it would be almost perfect product. You know, we're calling a spade here. Yeah, sponge balls. We spare no expense. But here's why. Super soft sponge balls are hard to come by. TCC is producing their own line of sponges now, and they're very good. And if you want to, if you want to test that theory for yourself, allow me to suggest this. Take a stroll over to conjure.com. Here's our commercial. I've been beefing up the inventory over there. Here's some new things we've added. Jumbo Invisible Deck, Amaze Wands. I'm going to show you the Amaze Wands in just a minute. The Chinese Super Triple coin. This is the version of the Johnny Wong Super Triple. Got a few of these, and man, I love this thing. Love it. And yeah, brass buttons, 1 to 6 spot card. Yeah, it's a few new things over there. And yeah, you wanna share a little love with the jam going on here? You can go over there and spend some money. All right, let me get this deck open. I've just been curious about what Jimmy was talking about, and then hold on, the giveaway. Forgot the giveaway. Short-term memory loss. Let's bring up the giveaway tool and give this thing away. There it is. All right. How many entries we got? 25. Sounds about right. 3, 2, 1. Draw. Good luck, everyone. Especially you. Dun, 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 dun. Michael Sears gets a win. We love that because Michael supports the jam. We see him here all the time. He shops around conjure.com, which is always nice. This is good karma coming back your way, sir. Okay, here's what you're going to want to do, Mike Sears. You got to find Chris James on the Instagram. So I'm assuming you've already gone there and done the right thing because, it's the right thing to do. Go click his link, follow him, send Chris James a message, let him know where you're at, and he will get that thing to you. Congratulations, Michael. All right, now y'all bear with me while we're on camera. While I get this deck opened and see what these marquees look like. You know what I like to do when decks have these things? I pull them off, and then I attempt to pull up the pull tab using the sticky. I have about the same luck doing this as I have opening regular pull tabs in the... There you go. There's a hot tip that doesn't work. Let's just dig into these things. Hey, you know what this would be? While I'm digging into this, a good time for anyone that has any questions, comments. I can say hi to Raffy. Hey, Raffy. Oh, wrong click. Long time no see. Raffy's an international. Sorry you couldn't win the deck there, the packet. So I guess these are a bicycle release, the marquee cards. I don't think this is a production house that makes these. We have to... This is a Patrick Przecki pad, Chris. Magical Mats by Pat. We love Patrick Przecki. I suggest and support his jam all of the time. This is a plush pad. He has different styles and surfaces and colors. This is I think he calls it the forest green plush. This is a big one. This one might have cost me 60, 70 bucks. He makes little ones. You get a little one. He makes folders. He makes hardback things. He does inscriptions. Borders. Yay, white borders. We like this. So this is a classy pack. Okay, you get a double backer here. This is kind of a standard face, a little bit larger pip. That's cool. We like that the red pips are red. Sometimes they're not. And oh, I love a borderless court card. Fantastic. I like a borderless court card, and these are attractive. Here's the marquees, folks. Kind of a dark purple back. The Curse of Scotland. Just pass that right up. And yeah. Me likey. You know, I really like a standard, what are the jokers here? A standard card face, but these are nice, a little bigger. Cool jokers. And yeah, these were recommended by Jimmy Talks a Lot. He bought a pack too. What did he get? The Cinders. The Cinders. Let me get the jokers out. All right, here we are. Under Fire on the interwebs. 26 and 26 interweaved with every other brother. How do these cards Pharaoh? Looks perfect. Like a dream. That's how. Give you guys another look at the back design. And as I do this, I will thank Steven over at the New Orleans Playing Card Company for his generosity and buying for decorating the studio. That's going to be our background for a couple of 6 months probably. Oh, you know, what is the retail price on these? I wish I knew. I was fortunate enough I didn't have to be concerned about that. I would guess this is I'm guessing $10.99. $10.99 is the guess. All right. So this next trick is good for kids of all ages, as they say. I do want to give you guys another look at the beautiful poster we acquired from Steven. So that's your look at the dark cherries, and we'll wrap up this live spectacle with one last thing that I've added to the shop recently. You guys know I've been putting some magic wands on the inventory. I upgraded my magic wand selection with the Amaze wand. Look at this beast. You know it's amazing. It's so big. Now this is good. It's a good family routine for sure, but this trick is good, I would say, for like kids of all ages. And I happen to have a kid of all age in the studio today. Hey, Jimmy Talks a Lot. We come join us on the studio. Everyone say hello to Jimmy. I haven't got rid of him yet, so I figure I'm going to put him to work. Jimmy, present yourself. What I need you to do is stand. I need you to stand exactly the same distance from me that I'm standing from you. All right, thank you. Nailed it. All right, a little closer. I need you to hold the red wand. Just hold, wait, in this hand, and then the, oh. Okay, hold the yellow wand in this hand. That'll be good for, I'm really not even sure what I'm doing here. Maybe this can go here. This goes here, and that goes here. And then you're going to put the blue wand in that hand. So this is a family fun routine that you can do with kids. Maybe you put this one under their chin, and this one goes under their arm, and then you can just hold the green wand. That's wrong. I hold the green wand. You hold the magic wand, and then everyone gets to laugh at the spectacle. Jimmy's laughing, and thank you, Jimmy. You could just take those on the. That was my inaugural performance. That was my inaugural performance of the Amaze wands. And let me tell you about a value prop that has legs. $25 for this nested set of wands. I left that question up during that. I left the question up during the whole. Jimmy, your new nickname is Jimmy Holds a Lot. Hey, Jimmy, come here for a second. Come here. Here's a comment we can talk about. Jimmy's been busy the last couple of days. Squish it down here. Squish it down so I see your face. Can't wait for Jimmy's new tutorials. Just got the email. Hey, y'all, Jimmy just turned on subscriptions on Substack. I'm going to be actively involved in filming some of these tutorials. We're going to put some of Jimmy's instructional videos on Substack. And I'm surprised you're doing it. to be honest with you. But there'll be other teachings there besides the videos. What are you gonna do? Like, here's what you do: go follow on Substack. If you didn't see the link last week, it's up there. Go watch.
Come get it.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Come see what I got.
Go see it. Jimmy Talks a Lot. Substack.com. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep.
Checks in the mail. You can eat dinner. All right. All right, y'all. Look, Miller subscribed. We've got people here. Everyone's happy to see Jimmy. Maybe I'll sit him here next week if I can't get rid of him, and we'll talk about more Jimmy stuff. But thanks for that helping hand. Hey, y'all, that's your magic experience today. Pretty happy with things. A little weirdness with the new trick. Maybe Carbone will forgive me. We learn lessons live on the internet. Let me thank you for your time. Let me thank you for your energy. And let me thank Chris James for giving away Squint. Had a good time with it, and thank you very much. It's going to be a ciao for now. I will see you all next Wednesday live at 4. And yeah, Jimmy, what do you want for dinner?